Hello, good evening. This is Rosa Psycho Investigator, and here I am. So, guys, I don't have a costume today, huh? I don't have a costume. Maybe it's nice for a day, I have some eyeglasses, but just normal. It's nice also to have a for our face, huh? What bomb? What is that bomb? What is this bomb? Call it cherry. What's the deal with this bomb? Oh, it's like a fake bomb thread. Is that right? Is that what it is? Interesting. Anyway, so okay, so see everybody. See so okay. All right, guys. So wow, it is funny. I'm all don't know what's happening, huh? But they guys, they want to create chaos. Okay. Oh, Bitcoin. So yeah, how could it stop? But Bitcoin is really, it's very true. Very true. It's crazy. Yeah. Huh. It's so wrong, guys. Just it's like hello. I see bombs. Yeah. Yeah. They're bombs. Please send it to me, okay? So interesting. They want guys. They want so much distraction. Who knows? Maybe this was a real person wanting money, but sometimes I really feel like they want us scared and all bewildered by all of it. Okay. So that's what I feel. Okay. So funny, guys. I was just looking. I recently updated the Patreon with the post because there's recent news. But it's I was out today and then I got home and then I saw that there's some. At first I was like, oh, it's not that big a deal, the news. But then I'm like, no, it's kind of a big deal indeed. Okay, right? And so yeah, so just try new colors sometimes, right? But I don't want to be like too much. Yeah, of course he's against lighting the entire nation. He always that's the whole purpose. Because guys, I want to now I want to talk about something quickly, just as you mentioned this, okay? This idea of information warfare. Okay, what it is basically they flood the system with fake information and distracting information, so that people start to not know what's real, what's not real. That's the purpose, okay? So sometimes, for example, I notice sometimes, as you've seen, there from time to time there's people who are trolls. Sometimes in a small percentage of times, the people that I bring up are not actual trolls. They may have said something, but one of the reasons, or one of the ways to identify whether information is correct or not is the source. Okay, so sometimes, for example, a lot of people have been asking me of this envelopes. Okay, oh, there's an envelopes that were read in the Bush funeral. Bush funeral was already like past I don't know how long ago. And you're like, oh, can you read it? A lot of people are asking me that. I'm like, what the hell is this? Where does it come from? And then I don't know, and I'm thinking it must be another channel, somebody who may have said this, because it's exactly the kind of thing. Sometimes it's like they want to change the subject into something else altogether. Okay, so it was just interesting. Okay, how that is, and so it's so important. Like I said, whenever you see information, it's important to ask the source. Okay, and I'm sure I trust you guys. Think about the bomb. It seems very. It's like, oh, there was this fake bombs, and it's just simple. But when it becomes about speculation, then you have to really be careful. Like, it's ironic because I'm like, here I am, the so-called psychic or whatever, right? This is obviously not factual information, but I always like to jump from the factual information to understand, to put together something that comes from the news, as opposed to, of course, stuff comes up when I close my eyes and everything, but that's not the news, right? That's part of it. It's part of understanding the it's all about understanding the story, okay? But not really. This is why I'm always very hesitant about some of the claims that people, and stuff like that. And this is why also, I know a lot of people also ask me, oh, so is such and such the woman's going to take Trump down? And guys, I hate that meme. Okay. This idea that there's a woman card. And I always say, forget about the person. Look at the context. And in a way to tell, how can you tell if someone is real or not? It's to say, whenever people say, I see you, there's a woman here. Yeah, there's a man. Yeah, I see it. I see a man. Or a woman or whatever. It's the context. There's always going to be a woman or a man or whatever. It's all about the context. So that whatever happens to the woman, there's going to be another woman or who, you know what I mean? So it's just really all about the story. And then the other thing I wanted to say about this is that, like, it's like I said, it's very easy to say, I see there's a conflict with someone. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. It's very strange. Huh. Right? It's like, well, so what is the context? What is behind it? So that's what you always want to find out. And the other thing is about about Trump. Okay, so in the context of Trump, it's like it's literally impossible, guys, that one woman could take Trump down, because there's so many crimes. This is it. This is so many crimes. It's impossible. One person could, oh, I'm going to take it down. No, do you see Southern District of New York? This is like they're going around the circle to tighten it, because he's committed so many crimes, right? It's fascinating. So it's just like, can you imagine one person be like superhero? Right? So, because it's impossible. There's so many different kinds of crimes. Even if Ivanka were to say, I'm going to give you the information, it still would not be enough. There's just too many. And if the prosecutors were going to focus on one thing, it's like putting, how do they say, don't put your eggs in one basket, right? There's like hundreds. I mean, guys, this guy who commits crimes every day, seriously. We don't even know the bottom, okay? So this is why it's not a woman, it's not anything. It's just, I think that he has relationships with women that are problematic, but it's not one thing, and it's not one person. It's a lot of people, and it's a lot of crimes. So that's my beginning of that also day. So I just wanted to say that, so insofar as the news of today are concerned, okay, I wanted to say that here, okay, that we have the big thing is the inauguration, okay? And guys, it's so interesting that I feel like this was already, the news about this already came out a while back. There's this, like, the weirdness of the inauguration, and that woman's Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, I think her name is. And I remember I finding it strange when she first got the job, because I remember her as the head of the Vogue ball, the Metropolitan costume party. So that was a very socially prominent position, and then she goes to work for Melania, which just sounds weird to me. I understand that Melania wants to be like the Vogue lady, but she, she's basically, how to say it? She's like a, not class, right? That's I'm not going to, I'm not going to necessarily, you know what I'm saying, right? She's a lady of the night. Yeah, Melania. Yeah, she was a lady of the night. Let's say it. So yeah, lady of the night, call me. So, and then she's, she used to work for high society, and now there she is. Why that? So there was $107 million that he got in the, right? The whole thing. That was how much money they got. Where did it go? And she made a lot of money out of it, but I don't think this woman is the source. She's just one of the, it's just one of the things. So I want to know, the question is, so the article said that the spending is under investigation, okay? So let's find out, A, where did the money go? Okay. B, who else? Okay, because guys, the reason for this, I'm sure it's yeah, that's right. Remember this, yeah. That's right, exactly. So there was all this conversation. So then Tom Barrack, as you guys, I've always seen him collaborating. It says that he hasn't talked to Mueller lately, maybe, but I just feel like he is a big part of it. And there's a side of him, I'm telling you guys, there was some sort of pedophilia. There's just something with young women here, not in a good way, okay? So let's find out about his connection here, okay? Tom Barrack and this thing, and then this woman's Winston, Stephanie, let's just call her Winston, Stephanie Winston. Is she part of the crime, or was she just used as because apparently the tape that they have, okay, says that that Cohen recorded this tape, and in the tape she's asking him, what happened to the money? She was saying something like, the figures don't add up, okay? So that's a big deal, okay? And I remember, it's funny, when I worked, there were one of the things I did when I had the beginning of the job a long time ago. I organized some events, okay, and then we had to obviously account for everything. Things you don't put something in the budget, and it's like, oh, it's here. I don't know. It went somewhere. I don't know. You're fired, really, like, right? It's like, oh, I created my company and I build it to myself, so pay me, right? Sounds like that's kind of what I'm sensing here. It's probably gonna go, oh, we need to pay Trump for for events. Yeah. Don't you think, guys? Imagine, because I'm thinking, I remember my old job. Imagine if I worked for somewhere for the company, right? And then on the side, I had another business, and I hired the place I work for to hire my own company. Isn't that weird? It's kind of strange, but that's what it sounds like, right? They would do it. So did the money go to who? Where did the money go? And what are they investigating? Okay. Okay. The other thing is, okay, so then we have, the other thing is Jared. Jared, I want John Kelly's job. I really do. I'm Jared. I'm very special. I'm so much better than John Kelly. So, I think you should go. It's your time to go, John Kelly. I want that job. I do. Oh yeah, I'm sure I do. Okay. So Jared. Okay. You know, guys, when I read this news, I was thinking to myself, this is the first thing I thought. It was it's that Trump is not only using his family to kind of hurdle around him, but also he's protecting. I think he thinks that Jared's going to be protected if he stays near the White House. You know what I mean? It's kind of like he feels that the minute, don't you think, but honestly, don't you think if somebody had, I mean, it's impossible. Imagine if somebody who worked for Obama had as much illegal trouble as Jared. Can you imagine? Not only that, this is Obama's, if Malia had married someone and Malia's husband was this criminal. Can you imagine? It was like, anyway, it's just like ridiculous, the amount of crimes. Okay, yeah, close to protect him, not just protect Trump, but protect Kushner, because I feel like this is, and it's just the hunch I'm getting here, is that Trump is worried that if he leaves, if Jerry goes outside, he's going to get arrested immediately. Okay, I mean, right? It's so it's just that he, right? It's just like he's committing all these crimes, and he needs him, basically, for several reasons, because he feels like if Jared goes down, so will he. Okay, yeah. So I'm like, what is behind this? Okay, because guys, not only that, but nobody respects Jared. That's a fact, right? Nobody respects Jared, because Jared is, first of all, according to accounts, he's dumb. Okay, and then he is also hated. Have you seen, guys, the other day? Did you see he went to defend Saudi Arabia on Fox News, and it's painful to watch him. It is painful. He's just it's just, I don't know what it is, guys. Like, why it's so painful to watch him. I think, you know what? It's kind of like Mike Pence. He's so inauthentic. He's like, I can't even. He's so like, he's like watching, serial killer. He's like, yeah. Oh, I don't know. That's not at all what it was. And it's just like so, and you can see through his face the fact that he thinks he's so superior. He's like, yes, no, there's no evidence. There's no evidence at all. There's no evidence. And so, though there's nothing to prove that he is so, there's nothing there. There's no there. And that's it. He's like, and I don't know how I do, but he's like, there's no evidence at all. There's nothing there. Nothing that suggests he's guilty. It's not true. It's not. And so it's like, does he really think that he's convincing us? It's almost like, just don't say anything, okay? Don't say anything, because nobody believes it. It's not even a robot. It's worse, because you can sense that there's a meanness about him. Robots are, I think Mark Zuckerberg is more like a robot, like this. But him, he has that, like, that he think, the thing he's, the term for the people, some people I love when I use that term, the duping delight. Like the sign, you can read on his face that he thinks he's fooling us. He loves the fact that he's like, I am fooling everybody. I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am fooling everybody. I know. So anyway, guys. So I'll hit a span. I didn't pen that dropped. So okay. So that's that. Now the other question. So here, we'll make sure I think. Okay. Okay. So then two other questions. It's interesting. I've done so many readings of Bettina that nothing. It's like okay. So she finally pleads guilty. Okay, today in court, and that's it. Now, the interesting thing, guys, is the Republic. I mean, we know that Republicans are no. What happened? Nothing happened. No, nothing happened. Yeah, something strange today, huh? Yeah. Oh, did they happen? Yeah. No, nothing happened because it's very serious. Everything is going on, but they're saying nothing. Nobody's saying nothing. No. No. Huh? Oh no, nothing happened. Nothing happened. What is exaggerations? It's huge. What's happening? So they're saying nothing. Okay. So Butina pled guilty, and they're silent. Now let's see. So I don't know, guys. I almost don't feel like it's not news, but it's going to explode the stuff about DNR. I've already I've done so many reads on this, right? I don't think it's necessary. The other thing I wanted to say in conjunction with the investigation on the inauguration is Letitia James. So Letitia James, she's the New York Attorney General, and so she said she's going to investigate everything connected to Trump. Yeah. So I want to know, guys, what is going to be investigated? What is going to be? Because there's so much, but let's see if there's more, right? I'm just like I want all these people to go to jail. I cannot deal with this bullshit, I just feel like and there was this interesting, so interesting, the article that Karen linked to about Stephanie Winston, because like I said, she used to have this very socially prominent job at Vogue, and she left, and then things kind of went downhill for her because it's one thing if you work at Vogue, if you don't work at Vogue, it's not the same. And then things just went downhill for her because I don't read Town and Country, but I would imagine that I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that they published this article because it's sort of saying they're saying the rise and the fall. Like this woman, her career is over. That's what they were saying. The career of this with Stephanie Winston's over. She didn't think, for whatever reason, she didn't think it was going to be over, but apparently it is. I mean, this is a high society magazine, okay? So they're saying that if they say your career is over and you're an event planner, it's over. You know what I mean? It's really not a very nice thing to hear. So what I mean is that anybody who protects or works with them is going down. This is what it feels like. So, okay. All right. So let's get started. Okay. All right. So let's start with the investigation. Where did the money go? Okay. I don't know. Forgive me if I've done a reading on this already, guys. I don't know that I have. So okay, guys. So So, it's interesting because the first image I see is actually Jared. So Jared is the point, and I've said this before in other readings, that Jared is a point of contact if you want to pay tribute, whatever, pay the boss money. Okay, so they would tell Jared, "Hey, Jared, I'm here. I'm giving 30 million for inauguration, whatever, right?" So they would let him know or give him the check, or Jared is like the fundraising person essentially. Okay, the person, if you want influence, you have to contact him, and he will. It's saying here he would set a price. I don't know if he would actually set a price of just the expression. Okay, so so that was that, and then this is the thing, they would that so then the money goes in. Okay, so then the people that they have direct contact with Trump, guys, unfortunately it's like it is, it's like it's and it's I'm just the only example I can think of it. It's unfortunate that it's this way. It's like if I do a personal reading of someone, I usually send them an invoice, and so I get the invoice paid and I have the person's information, so I know who it was. The same thing. It's sad because the government is not supposed to work like this, but it shows that it's something like this, that Trump gets Jared gets a notice of who it was who spent this money, and then he goes thank them. Basically there's a there's a connection here. But then this is the thing, the way that it's it's described as a way to contribute, but it's more. They're being paid for something through that, or it's really a bribe. Okay, this is what it is. And then it shows that in order for the money to leave the account, they create these fake LLCs. Okay, and it showed that the Stephanie woman, okay, she got this money, but it's like, but then once the people that either that it's like they have the inflated accounts or the fake ones, they receive this and they're supposed to give it back to a different account. You know what I mean? So then there's a fake LLC. Like let's say that I'm Stephanie and I got 20 million. I'm gonna take 3 million off of it, and then the rest 17 million I'm gonna deposit on a different account. Okay, you know what I mean? So once it comes out into from the main fund, it goes to the vendor, supposed vendor, fake vendor, and from there it goes back to another LLC connected to the Trump org. Okay, it really is about Trump getting the bribe, and then it's like a big chunk, and then the family gets it. Okay. So, and then Jared gives Trump kind of like, it looks like a ticket with the person's name. This is how much money they gave, and this is, supposed to meet with them, which is gross. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's different. Obviously, if we do something like a service or like what I do, like a meeting or something like that, then, but that's not how, like I said, you're not supposed to pay someone to talk to, you know what I mean? It's wrong. It just really is exactly bribery. That's what it is. Okay. So where was the money spent? Where is this money sitting right now? Yeah, it's just like, I think they just have these. It's, for example, if you're gonna, it's just, imagine if, like I said, let's say I'm one of Trump's children. Okay, I do, I do, I have, let's say I create a company that's like Trump's Kids LLC. So I bill the invoice for the inauguration 10 million with Trump's Kids LLC, and then the inauguration pays me 10 million. You know what I mean? So, but then the corporation is not real. They don't know, right? If you look at if your job, for example, is to pay off the P&Ls, I mean, to pay the money for, let's say when I worked at this corporate, like I got all the invoices, I got them paid. I had to enter all this information, everything, but it was not my job obviously to check if they were. I knew that we had done events with them. I know what it was for, but it's like if you're some people who are far away from it don't know what they do. So you could submit, theoretically speaking, an event for something that was not real and get paid. Okay, so that's, I think, what they did. Yeah, guys, it sounds horrible, but it is like ticketing system. Okay, like for example, when you sometimes you're in the deli section of the supermarket, you get a number and they call your name. That's kind of it. Like I said, there's something about close to some sort of ticketing system where you pay the money, you get a ticket, and then you can talk to Trump. If you've paid. Otherwise, Trump thinks it's a total waste of time to have conversations without, right? Yeah, exactly. And the Rick Gates was there, so they all know about it, okay? And it's a money laundering scheme, guys. That's what it is, money laundering. That's it. Because, guys, like I said before, the other reading was really so big for me. The reading about the money laundering, how it all is. So all Trump has been doing really is laundering money. That's his job. So that's why he has what he calls deals, or essentially getting a cut off of someone's money. It's a consulting thing. It's like a very expensive consulting. So that's that. No, oh. But is that so honest, so good. It's so good. So, okay. So what's going to happen to these people involved in this scheme? Let's see. Let's just look at for now Tom Barrack connected to this and Stephanie Winston. Okay, so interesting. So it showed that first that Tom Barrack is very involved in this. Okay, he really is very involved in this because he's a master money launderer. It showed, and I think I saw it before, that he has, I think it's some sort of hedge fund or something, or like he, and I believe, I could be wrong, I have a sense that he has a hedge fund abroad as well. So it's kind of how he transfers the money, is to putting the money on the subsidiary abroad and then transferring into the US. Okay. So that's that. And then he knows how the money gets in and gets out. And then the other thing is that Stephanie, now this is interesting. She she's not, I think she got a cut out of it. Okay. I think her part of her business was legit. Okay. She did all the accounts and everything, but like I said, guys, I think this is what I'm seeing here. They created fake LLCs for every service. So let's say, for example, if there was like an invoice for Rosie. Okay, Rosie reading. So they create an invoice for a company called Rosie Readings LLC. Okay, and they say, oh, this is how we paid Rosie. But in reality, that was not my LLC. They used my name to make it appear as though it came from me, but it came, so then from that second LLC, they're going to pay Rosie. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit like, it's a very shady, it's fraud. That's what it is, fraud. Okay. They create this fraudulent LLCs to make it look like it's going to the actual company that they hired the service from, but it's not. They're going to pay the final bill to the company that looks like the legitimate company, but it's not. You know what I mean? So it's just so that's how they can like jack up the prices, because they pocket the difference. The actual bill, and that they pay the difference. Okay, so yeah, guys, for them, this is the thing about Trump, is like I said, it's all about taking a cut off of some money, and the money, all of the payment stuff is just like, it's really now I'm getting also the idea of the launder, because it looks like a factory thing. It starts here, goes there, and it's like travels, exactly. So it's like you get the money in here, and it goes here, then it goes there, and it's kind of like, it's a maze. They create this maze situation to make it, but it's all about, it's all about creating this like fake path that it's almost, for example, they talk about when you read about viruses, right? The viruses they reproduce, they copy. I remember reading about the virus of AIDS, how it goes in your body and it copies one something, it's just like this thing, copying something that is real and imitating a version of it and duplicating it. So this is it. Okay. So, yeah, because like I said, guys, for Trump, how he makes money is that it's not legitimate business. There's not a legitimate concern. It's not anything like that. It's really much more about creating these fake accounts for everything, fake services, everything fake, so they could overbill people for things. So that's it. He's all about fraud. Oh my God. We know that, right? But is this a little bit shocking? So what's going to happen to Stephanie Winkoff? Is she going to go to prison? What's going to happen? I think she's talking as a witness. Okay. Talking about it as a witness. She's talking. Yeah, she wants to resolve it, but she feels that she feels like she was, what's the name? Swindled as well. I kind of feel like she may not have been paid what she wanted. This is what I wanted to say before I forget, guys. Remember how when this whole thing came out, at first she was fired, Stephanie Winston, and it shows that the reason why Trump and Melania fired her was not because of what had come out, was that they were afraid. They did it so that if they fired her, it would seem as though it was her fault. You know what I mean? So it's like, to the public, it looks like, they fired the people who had overcharged President Trump. That's not what it was, okay? It's because they wanted to make it look like, how Trump is. Whenever somebody falls, they kind of wash their hands off of the person. And like I said, this is like an instance where that happened. So, yeah. So, oh my God, crazy, you know what I mean? It's like they're money launderers. That's really what they do. So that's why. And this woman, I think they screwed her over like they do everybody, right? Because they feel like they wanted, so it's like this woman, Winston, is respectable, Stephanie Winston, and then so that they could run the racket behind the scenes. And of course they're like, well, she's not gonna screw us over, she's not gonna. Yeah, she's not gonna be like she's not Anna Wintour, she needs the money, she needs the name, our name. Nobody's gonna speak up against us. Okay, so this is the thing about corruption, guys. That's what it is. This is the thing about corruption, is that it's like contaminates everybody, and so the people they can't talk. Nobody talks, and it kind of goes on longer. Okay, so now let's go to Jared. Okay, moving on a little bit. Okay, what's the story about Jared? Jared Kushner wanting the chief of staff job. So, guys, it's weird. It's like, first of all, it shows that Trump is holding on to Jared very tightly, both as a means to protect Jared and to protect himself. But it shows that it's like he's telling Jared. I don't know if he does tell him that, but he's sort of saying, look, if he's under the glare of the spotlight, he's not going to be taken. No one's going to take you if you're under that's Trump's rationale. That's what he's doing, because Trump is always about himself, right? So he only gives advice. He's talking to himself. So he thinks to tell Jared, if you have a more public job, they're never going to get you because you can control the narrative. Okay. And then this is the other thing that happens. Then yeah, it's all about not letting him off of stage because they feel like he's not gonna be able. Okay, and the other thing is that Jared is even more it's like people are saying behind Trump's back, Jared is like Trump without the theater, because he's so much more nakedly transactional. Okay, without the big personality. See, it's very cold. Like the thing about it's almost as if, Trump is not charming, but there's a theatrical element. It seems that it's like, oh, he's crazy, or he is, he's like, oh, acting out or something. Well, with Kushner, it's just like it's like a machine. He's icy. He's cold. So I'm not saying that Trump is a sociopathic because he can pretend to be the warm person, but Jared, no one pretends to believe that he is anything other than a sociopath. Okay, so it's just like he's like, yeah. So you want to meet with Trump? Have you given us anything before? I don't think you have. So I'm so sorry. I won't be able to help you right now. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like he's like that. He's capable of, because that's how he got everything, right? He's on the lookout for favors, and also he's just like, guys, this is like so crazy. It's not crazy, but nothing's crazy, but it shows that he really likes, what's his name, MBS, because they have the same mentality, except that MBS has real power, and it is a monarchy, like that kind of like absolutist monarchy, right? He could do whatever he wants. But Jared is not like that. But yet he acts like, because Laura said something true. Jared has the eyes of a shark. Yeah, it's like this, right? So he's really like that. He wants to do everything. He wants to it's guys, so it's almost like those people, they're so similar, and they're saying that Jared is like, he's all about revenge. You know how Trump is like that, but Jared remembers the people that are not just against Trump, but want to investigate him. So they're going to keep him out. You know what I mean? He's really, I mean, we know that Ivanka is not, none of them is nice, but just when you see, guys, the thing in motion, we like, how I see from here, it's just, yeah, see, exactly. So Terry's saying, if you have to be served with a subpoena, and if Jared is in the White House, Trump can order that no one can come near Jared to protect. Exactly. But it's like I said, there's just something really vindictive. It's like he keeps lists of, because like I said, guys, oh, this is why. And he even admitted to it when he was asked about his dad. So his dad, I don't need to repeat the story, you know this, right? That he went to prison for horrible things that he has done. So, and the way somebody asked Jared, so what about your dad? How do you feel about it? Well, people do things when they want to stay in power. So, if it wasn't him, somebody else would have done it. So this is how how he spins it, I guess, to himself. The nature of his, like, and nobody, like I said, guys, nobody. I think Trump is mean, but like I said, there's something theatrical about him that is almost funny, okay? The way he is. But Jared, there's just nothing. Because they feel like, at least Trump has a talent. He does have a talent. Exactly. Joan said something so true here too. I hate to say this, but they all do have personalities to please it. Exactly. But yeah, but it's just, guys, it's really, I mean, this is what it feels like, okay? It's just that they do this as a means to control, but in a negative way. Not in like, okay, I'm gonna build something great. It's like I'm gonna lie, and whoever is on the way, I'm gonna get rid of them. But it's just like very like he's like not. It's not, guys. If he was poor or something, I think he would have been. I'm not saying that social. I don't know. I just feel like he was in a different position that he will be killing people. Seriously, I assume maybe he knows he's gonna. Guys, I said, no, I heard a theory. I was like, no, the White House. There's a serial killer in Washington. He's there. White House. There's a shallow grave. Shallow grave. So right. So because it's just like, it's so manipulative and it's just awful. Okay. So let's ask. Somebody wouldn't say here. That was a really interesting comment. Anne asked the question. This is a really interesting question. She asked, do these guys actually love their children? Let me ask this question because it's an interesting question, right? It's like they seem, especially Jared, to me, guys, he's like, to me, he's a real serial killer. Okay. I don't understand that guy. And even mom, like the mother, it's almost, I can't even. So tell me about Jared's relationship with his kids, for poor kids, but how do the children, okay? I'm interested. And it's funny because yesterday I was like, don't talk about the children of the woman, but she's a young woman, what's her name? The daughter of Michael Cohen. It's very different, okay? I'm not asking about, I'm not asking about that, but Optic is asking, sociopaths cannot love. No, that's have you not you're not aware of this? Yeah, no, they can't actually. Yeah, so Lucian, that's what she's like. I don't think, right, Lucian, right? If you guys are professionally, you deal with this, right? So I don't think that sociopaths can love. No, they see children as objects, right? That's what, as far as I understand here, extension. It's not really like they don't really love in the way that we do, right? It's really an object or a toy or something like that. And I've seen the way that um, Ivanka does all the, when you look at Ivanka and all the Instagrams, okay, um, so right, it's like, oh, let me take a picture. Yeah, let's do this. No, no, no. So right. So and this is why how, for example, I mean, if you, I'm sure you guys have interesting sociopaths can have feelings, psychopaths. So interesting, yeah, because I know, for example, if you have, yeah, sociopaths and emotionally inapt for love. Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like I know, TMI, but my dad had, this, it was like a cold, it's a person who has this like facade of like being very nice, like people on the outside they might find them very pleasant, but to people near them, they only like you if you conform, okay? They kind of like they kind of train the children to only act the way they approve. It's very creepy, okay? But anyway, but it's just, let's see. Let's figure out what's the deal here with it. I mean, and this is just a question, interesting question here. Given that he has 3 kids, there's 3 children. Do they think? I mean, this is maybe. I mean, I might have asked this before. Do him or does he or Ivanka? Do they think what's going to happen to the kids? Because it looks like obviously they're both criminals. So what the hell's going on here, right? Like, what's going to happen? Do they think of the children at all? What's the deal? Guys, it was just really interesting. Okay, so I saw this was interesting. So I saw, first of all, I saw what it looks like to me, like a set. Maybe it's because we're talking about Ivanka's Instagram. So it shows like something that looks like a kitchen or like an open kitchen, but is lit in such a way that it becomes clear that it's like a TV set or something. Okay, it's not real. So it shows that how she and Jared fell in love was that both came from real estate families, and both were in love with the image that they were going to create. Look at us, the children of the second generation of the big, yeah, of the big family and everything. They had a role to play. So they were obsessed about the image, and it's showing that especially Ivanka, because she used to be considered quote unquote ugly, she had a lot of plastic surgery. So she became even more obsessed about this idea of glamour, and of course her dad, the way he treated her and everything. And the Jared, the same thing. It's like they're obsessed about the image they create, and they believe that as long as they have the image, they can survive anything. Okay, so it's like I said, it's like the facade is the ego, the Instagram, the whole thing. And they don't, and they say, okay, this is the darkest part of the reading here, guys, is that and then I go to their energy. And their energy, guys, is very dark, and like I said, I see this from time to time. Sorry, I talk about that movie, that 50s sci-fi movie. What is it called? I forgot the title, but it's when it's like the movie in a small town where their bodies are taken over, okay, by these like alien structures. I forgot what it is, the name of it. So then they look very normal. Body and vision of the body's natural. It's like, oh, here I am. Oh, I'm great. And it's Bob, it's like a blob inside, they're just animating the body. So their energy is like the blob, they really just need to take up the human form, and they observe that if they have children, they're going to look like a perfect family. So they aim for that and they strive for it and they do it. So like I said, I think she runs their household very efficiently, but it's much more like, I'm sorry to say, but run like a corporation, okay? Like, oh, this is like, what time is lunch done? Oh, let's go. Then we have a photo shoot. And then we're gonna have a birthday party. Let's make sure that it's in the magazine. Oh, is that right? Oh, so there we are. Oh, okay. Like, it's kind of like, it's all about that. It's all about, and this is, guys, so interesting because most people, I guess how I think, that's how I think too. It's like you kind of always looking inward. Okay, how do I feel? How does it make sense? What is this? It's like always inward to make sure to check that it feels right, that it is the right thing. You always, the doubt goes inward, but with them, it's all about outward. Okay, so it's interesting because when they have doubt, they look at something like, oh, what is the right thing to do? What looks good? Okay, what looks good to the external world? And this is like really creepy. Okay, so it's kind of like I don't know, it's really interesting, guys. It's almost as if I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like the sense that they have to fit in, fulfill these roles, and that's what they live for. And the children are part of the role that they're playing. Okay, they have, they have a degree of showing some sort of religious engagement with their, not the church, the synagogue and everything. And so yeah, I've seen her there's some videos of her before she got this plastic surgery that was like this, but it shows, guys, that she is yeah, it's about fulfilling a role. It's about, they have a family thing, like a lot of times some people would, I'm not saying that it's about having money, but it's just there's something in sense here that she's doing something the right thing or whatever. It's like a socialite in a way, but there's a darker side. Okay, like I'm not saying it's not because they came, like actually they didn't come for money. They didn't have money. Though this is making sense, guys. You know why? Okay, because I remember I told you before, I watched the documentary on Ivanka Trump. Okay, and I believe this is the where I saw it. There's in this documentary, it was made in the 90s, I think. The Ivanka appears, I think she had not had the plastic surgery. So she talks about how for a lot of her life, her dad had no cash. And he would tell her, look, Ivanka, look at this guy, a homeless guy on the street. He has more money than I do. Okay. He's like, I have we had no cash for anything. And so basically the whole thing was all about the facade, like how they had to pretend to be something because they had no money at the same time. So in a way, it's pushed this thing, even beyond. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so then if the kid, it's like she's very competent in the sense of like she keeps track of schedules and those kinds of things. Okay, but she doesn't have. It's like, if the child is acting weird, she's not going to listen to the child. It's like, well, now it's time for the photograph. Now let's go have dinner. And then she goes, I don't think, obviously, I'm not obvious, but I don't think she's very committed to, to the children as people, basically. Okay. So that's that, guys. This is the thing. The reason for them, both of them, is to be friends with people in high society, because both fathers were in a way outsiders. Okay. And they wanted to get into Manhattan society and everything. And this is like, it's showing me that even Jared, supposedly a good guy, good kid, Jared's younger brother, I don't know, he married a model. I thought he was not going to marry her, but he ends up that he married her. But she's also very socially connected. Those kinds of things. It's all about, look at the facade, this high society being accepted by who they consider to be the influential families. Okay. Yeah. So this is why. Okay. I'm trying to think, you guys. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So it's kind of, again, it's that book by the Oscar Wilde book, The Portrait of Dorian Gray. Okay. It's like, there's a bit of beautiful picture that that hides the monster. Okay. So it's all, the price is very high and it's coming out. Okay. So this is it. I don't think it's, It's that. Okay, so this is it. So yeah, I think they're they are criminals, and they are, and it's interesting, guys, because it's saying that they, they when they sweat, they're very worried about. It's the whole thing. That what they care about again is the image, and they are upset actually because they were not able to get the high society. They were not able to get into the Washington society they wanted. They secretly despise the people that are around Trump because they don't think they are legitimate either. You know what I mean? I mean, they are disgusting. People like Roger Stone, those people, okay, and all the people that that voted for Trump. They wish that not just Hollywood, but the cool people, the nice kids, the interesting people. Nobody. I mean, they're done. You know what I mean? Who's going? Oh, I have a party. I have to go, guys. I have a party with the Ivanka Trump. No. Can you imagine if you had like, I don't know what I guy if I ever saw that woman on the street, I don't know, I would hit her. I don't know. Can you imagine I'm in the deli, like getting coffee somewhere, there's Ivanka Trump. But then after, because she probably has security. By the way, let me ask this question connected, because I feel like the question is kind of over. But somebody, I forgot who, asked me this interesting question. She asked, if Trump leaves the government in those circumstances, would the kids have a support of the Secret Service? Interesting question. So, okay, so let's see. Is Ivanka gonna be? I'll be like, bah! Who? What? Oh, I'm sorry. Who? Who's that? Amorosa just slapped that bitch. No. Oh my god. I don't know, but let's see, because if she does not have, no? Huh? Does she not have? Huh? Is that right? If I hit? Oh, by the way, is this true? If I hit someone, I go to jail. Is that how it's pot to slap someone, you go to jail? No. No. Is it? No, I have a epilepsy of the hand. I'm sorry, I have epilepsy. It moves. Is that right? Oh my god. So let's see. Let's figure out. Are they going to have a Secret Service protect us? Oh no, I'm going to do something better. I'm going to put a banana on the ground. You're going to slip on the ground. Little banana slips. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's find out. So are they going to have protection of the Secret Service? Is Ivanka Trump and Don Jr. and what's his name going to have Secret Service protection? Let's say 2020. Just a 21. 21. Okay. Yeah, so though I don't think I would, guys, it's true. I would never hit her, but that's what I'll go crazy if I saw one of them. I would yell at them. I would yell. It's not a crime to yell at someone, right? It's not. I'm like, no, I hope not. Wow. So guys, no, I don't think they're gonna have information. Like I don't think they're gonna have, because I see. Oh, GR, look at that. I'm gonna fake fall. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, I bumped into her. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So okay, so I see this, guys. I mean, who knows if it's true? Okay, who knows? I hope so. That the name, there's the name of President Trump, right? But it's erased. The name of Trump is going to be erased from the list of presidents, okay? So because of that, it's almost as if he never existed, okay? So yeah, the feeling here I get is that I'm fine. I'm looking for 1 second here, okay? Okay. I got some cards. I'm just kind of curious about cards here. This questions, just one. So yeah, because guys, this is what I think. I think his name is going to be erased. Yeah, the image is like Trump, and then it's scratched off. Okay, so because the whole thing was illegitimate, then I mean, don't you think? Can you imagine if after all this, then this woman has Secret Service? Can you believe it? That would be disgusting, right? If that's true after all this, that's too much. So is Ivanka gonna have a Secret Service in, let's say, 2020? 2022. Yeah. Is Ivanka gonna have sequestros protection? Is she going to have it? Yeah. Right? It's not right. No. 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 Ivanka needs it. Not her, not Ivanka. No. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see card. Let's see what card. I don't open eyes. Let's see now. What is it? Oh, private life, huh? Private life. You have private life. So what else? Oh, there's a visit. Yeah. She's the widower, huh? Sudden widower. Oh, what happened? Gift? Oh, what is it? Yeah. Protections. Oh, the marriage downhill. Enemy. Yeah. Oh, she. I am his uncle. I am married to the enemy. They got him. That means they got me. Okay, so. Oh, but important revelations. Yeah. So yeah, so there's gonna be okay. So this is private visit dealing with the losses because of the money. This is also bribery, guys. Okay, there's all this money. The important exposure of the enemy. Oh wow! Look, this looks like Jared, right? Important revelation was Jared, huh? Illegal problems. Yeah, there she is. There she is. Very slick. Slick girl. Oh, this is good, guys. Look, I love this card. Let me see. Can you see it? This is card. It does. It's, oh God, I hate this. Stop doing it. Okay, so now it looks bad with the makeup. So this is a card of absence. Okay, so yeah, I feel like someone leaves, so she's absent. Yeah, I just feel like no, I just what's gonna happen to Ivanka after Trump leaves, regardless of her. It could be anything from. Just want to know like her status in general. She's gonna have government protection. What's gonna happen? Oh no! Oh wow! Look, permanent ending, guys. Look, that upside down. It's forever. Prison. Yeah. Look, prison. Yeah. That forever. She goes to prison this time. Is she sick? Yeah. It's bad. It's bad enough. Yeah. Oh. Problemas with Jared? Yeah. Lot of money, huh? Shit money? So, friend, huh? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I just feel like, yeah, it doesn't look good for her, okay? Is she gonna be, where is she going after this? Somebody asked about the kids. I feel like they may be raised by Jared's family, okay? Jared's mother or Jared's sisters or something like that. I don't know. I don't think Trump family, but the Kushner family, maybe. Okay. So this is good. I don't have a bad feeling about the kids actually. I think they will see all. Can you imagine observing all of this? Even though look what happened. Look at what happened to Jared. He saw this with his dad, didn't fix him. But I think because it's maybe, so okay. So okay guys, so let's see here. Anything, I feel like today, okay, so So this is okay. So just to finish here, okay. So I don't remember, guys. I don't think I got to the answer. Is Jared gonna be the chief of staff? I saw this hand, okay, like somebody pulling him out, okay. Even if it is not gonna be, like I said, there is a sense that that Trump is inviting him onto the stage because Trump feels protected by the stage. This is the thing. This is why he loves it. He feels that as long as he has a stage, but I think it's too late. Okay, Jared, it's really, yeah, no. So this is bad. Okay, so then what about Letitia James? So is she gonna go? What is going to be investigated next year about Trump? What is everything in New York is going to be investigated? All of their finances, all of their deals. Every guys, basically everybody who has ever worked with Trump, okay? Yeah, because and it's funny, I saw somebody in one of the news shows, okay, that said that Trump, I forgot who it was. It was one of those former prosecutors that said something like, he said something like, I think it was a he, that there's so for the next 20 years, Trump's businesses are going to be picked apart. So, everything, they're going to go through everything. And I got a sense, guys, that also they're going to have to change the laws. I think it's going to screw up the New York real estate mafia, whatever it is. Whatever laws they benefited from, they're going to be taken apart, which is good, right? So it's like there was like this niche of them, and everything is going to be hyper scrutinized, I think. So, sorry. So that's it, guys. Okay. So what is the other? Guys, it's going to be the crime syndicate, okay? Crime syndicate. Because, in this case, it actually is a crime syndicate. But, okay, how come? Okay, this is what I don't know. Okay, so I know that he's part of this big crime syndicate. How come it was never prosecuted? Okay, I know this before. I've asked reading on this before. I think it was the blackmail, but why not? Okay. Now I think it's here that the thing about Trump is that he was a figurehead. Okay, he was not considered. This is interesting. He was not considered to be one of the bigger people because, in comparison, in a way, he was an enabler. He was not the person who brought to, the money wasn't his, right? So he was just one stop in the whole thing. No, and guys, yeah, the thing about Cohen, you remember there was one video I never made public. It was about that photograph of the people that Cohen was with. These are all mafia, okay? Hi, Wendy. Okay. Yeah, they just felt like it was not necessarily the biggest deal, and they had some power. And the thing about Trump, guys, obviously, if he was paying off these women, is not a problem, okay, until he got to the government. And this may have been the biggest downfall, okay, that some of the things that he was doing were somewhat legal, and some of it was obviously the money laundering is a problem, but the money wasn't his. He was one of the stops. But then when he becomes president, that's when the behavior that he brought in is criminal, because even though this might have been somewhat some of it was acceptable in the private business, right? It's like if you were a man who wanted to pay off women, it's nobody's business, right? It's like whatever, you have your company, you pay off whatever. It's not a huge deal. But when you are president and then you take the money from people that are supposed to pay, the whole thing, guys, all these different things. So it's just really, it's like that. It's very complicated. And I think, I'm getting here. People talk about Bloomberg and everything. I also got just now the sense that what Trump is doing, some other people might have been doing in terms of money laundering, like I said, and that when they will look into money laundering, they tend to go to the person who has the money, whose money is it, right? And because Trump, the money was not his, right? So interesting about Bloomberg. So interesting. So yeah, but I think, guys, it's going to be over. Okay, just as, for example, once they started taking the mafia down, some of their rackets, it had to end. The same thing. I think there's too much scrutiny. There's gonna be some business problems, because I was looking, guys. For example, how Kushner, he never paid income tax. Can you believe that? Isn't that crazy? Because of all the loopholes they were able to kind of. Long story. So I guess it's business tax or something. So so yeah, so this everything is going to be under. And guys, it's like I said, it's the kind of thing, the same thing about the mafia. It's like, for example, like I think it's just going to be exactly the same. How after they were able to take down the big mob bosses, there still there still are these people, okay? And then what happened is really like the mafia became very weakened, very weak, and then that's what happened. So I think if they're gonna go after Trump, everybody connected to Trump's gonna go down. Otherwise, right? It's just a matter of time, and they have a Trump #2 later. So that's that, guys. Okay, so yeah. You guys are talking about how, the white collar crime is not, they focus on, I guess, other things. But it's just now they're going to have to, because guys, this is, in a good way, this is the way that we're going to have to look into all of the Citizens United, okay? Because that's the thing. It really is about them finding ways to to corrupt the system through money laundering and everything. And unless we open up they're going to start to look into this is what is the blessing of this, is that they're going to have to look into this whole system of LLCs, the system of how they hide the money and all of that. Because if we don't have that, guys, like I said, what's the use, right? It's kind of like it's like, for example, maybe it's a bad example, but AIDS is a virus, right? That on its own does not cause people usually would die of AIDS because of it would weaken your immune system, and all these diseases would come. Diseases that decades nobody had seen before, whatever. This is when AIDS broke. So if you treat the pneumonia, it's not going to it's going to come back, because the underlying thing is the weakening of the immune system. So or Kaposi's sarcoma and all these horrible things that happened, that they came as a result. So it's really the cause is really the no immune system, and not the disease that came after. So the same thing, Trump is like a disease, but the underlying thing is a system that enables the disease to happen, okay? And that's that, you know what I mean? I think it's really like what, and I think, GR is saying some interesting things, but I think, guys, like I said, it's good to be specific, come from the specific, meaning looking into Trump and how the LLCs came, and then we go to the dark money into politics, Citizens United, to undo all of these things, okay? And then, because it's, I worry, this discourse of like, oh, it's anti-corporate, whatever, corporate this, corporate that, is true. However, it's really it's important that we get into specifics, because sometimes I feel I've noticed, people who are like very quote unquote radical, a lot of times it's like, oh, corporate money in the, it is true, corporate money in politics, but it has to be about specifics. We have to amass the donors. Who are these people putting? It's not just because, maybe, who knows, it's okay if money, corporate, the problem is these people that buy these like, there's like weird think tanks and all these things. We don't know what they are about, and they pretend to be, what is it called? I just find, for example, one of the things that I think is most harmful is the, as you know, I love corporates, my favorite. Yeah, I write songs for them. I love them, whatever. I hate them all because of this, climate change. They really try to do everything they can to harm the environment, and it's really, but they do it not by saying like this. It's not like they go out and say, look, I really don't like laws because my business gets hurt. Because if I have regulations, then I can make more money. But this is what I would want from them. Like, just be honest, okay? You don't want to do, okay. But no, they're like, let's challenge science. Do you know that it's not true? How do you know? How do you know what climate science is right? Huh? Do you know that? Do you know that? So these people are even more harmful than the classic, like, oh, corporate money. These people are not even corporate, right? It's like their personal money, their personal views. And so, you know what I mean? So it's very, the degree. So we have to really go to this. So, you know what I mean? So, okay, guys, totally changed the last, keep saying last question, but I have questions, I go different questions. So the question I have, was a big question, but I'm going to ask, because one of you, I forgot who it was. Oh, here it is. Susan said, Adam Schiff is going to challenge the world about indicting a sitting president. So let's ask about that. Will Trump be publicly indicted while president? What about this law of indicting the sitting president? Okay, what's going to happen with this? I feel like we already talked about it. I think there are sealed indictments already, but what about this? Okay, so what is the truth? What's going to happen here? Can Trump be indicted because obviously he's the target of all these investigations, and the prosecutors made it clear in writing, right? They say individual one, or they mentioned it in many ways. So okay, so what's going to happen? Guys, it's really interesting because it shows that, and I think I've seen this before, that they're going to skip the prosecutions. The law is going to say, okay, we're not going to waste our time debating this bullshit. We're just going to indict everybody around him. Okay. So including the Republicans, because they're assuming that they're going to go, no, let's have discussions. Let's go Supreme Court for it. No, they're just going to indict everybody who's not in the government, and then they're going to start indicting the Republicans. They're not going to waste their time like, oh, I think we're going to indict president, huh? Yeah, we are going to indict. No, they're just going to weaken Trump's. It's like they're tightening until they're not going to listen. They don't care. They're going to go on with this, and then this is it. And this is, they know that this is something that Trump really wants. He feels strengthened by it. He feels that it's a protection, but it's going to get to the point where guys, it's making more sense. Remember I said something like people are going to start not wanting to be part of it. They don't want to see, they don't want to see it. They don't want to, and then eventually it's like he's going to be alone. Okay. Isolated. So this is what I think. Okay, I don't think that it's gonna go the way it's like he's thinking, and this is a mistake that many of us have made, is to think that they're gonna be like, oh, here, Trump died about it. No, it's too easy, they think this is very, very dangerous to think the way that we think, which is goal oriented, right? Oh, there's Trump, let's indict him. No, what's going to happen is they're going to be like, almost like, imagine if, for example, if they, okay, this is maybe the example. Okay, so the Second World War, when they were getting close to Hitler, okay, the Allies were getting close to Hitler, they didn't just bomb him exactly where he was. It was all around him, okay? So it's like the same thing. They're gonna bomb everything around him so that he has to surrender, type of thing, okay? And he's, like I said, he's gonna push as much as he wants to, like, not, oh, I don't want to have indictments, I'm going to leave, huh? And he's gonna try to leave with Kushner. His guys, you know, can I tell you what I'm seeing here? I had not seen this before. He may, oh my God, he may even try to be like, oh, maybe I need to go to Russia now. I need to go to Russia. Yeah. Maybe I could have an airplane. You think? Maybe? Maybe if I go, huh? Huh? You think? Huh? Can I? But no. So no, it's like he's going to try, you know, he's trying to hijack everything. He's going to lose power more and more and more. And the Republicans going to go. It's just it's low, guys. It just comes from the outside. But now, you know, it's all direct. There's no, you know, he doesn't have as much power as he thinks he does. So it's just a matter of him kind of falling to the ground. Oh my God, he still had a bookkeeper. That's crazy. But guys, you know, I'm not defending Hitler, but Hitler was more honest than Trump. Okay, I'm sorry, in many ways, at least. Like, I'm not defending Hitler at all. I think obviously I've already told you the story, but it's like Hitler was not selling the, you know, think about like how weak Trump is. He really is a traitor. He's a puppet. You know, it's the weakest position of anyone ever. So anyway, so that's that, guys. Okay, so oh, and by the way, guys, did you see that, like, he's not doing anything? He hasn't done anything from today or yesterday. Is that true? Let's see what Trump's day to day was, huh? Let's see it. Let's see. Yeah, I want to know, President, tell me what's going on, huh? I want to know. Let's see how's this something. President, tell me what to do today, President. Let's see what he did. Okay. Yeah, he's just, I think he's sitting on watching television. He just needs to have a narrative that sticks. Okay. So this is interesting. Yeah, he just wants to have a narrative that sticks, but even Fox, because, you know, for their own self-preservation. But he's finding, and if he can't, this is the thing about Trump, if he doesn't win, he doesn't want to be public. Yeah, Andrew, did you guys see Andrew Napolitano? One of the, you know, actually, remember how I think he was married to one woman, and at some point Trump wanted them to be his lawyer, and they said no. The same guy, he's like, no, I don't want to. This guy even went to the White House, and that's that. And I think he said that it was like, no, they're going to indict him, and it was simple. He was like, well, look, these people are not going to write what they did unless they had real solid evidence. He's going to be indicted. So, and not just that, but the whole thing, they compared John Edwards, the whole, okay, the case of John Edwards, and how his situation is much worse. So, guys, you know, I know you care about, but don't worry too much about, oh my God, this is like, so I would not worry too much, honestly, about the Trump, the Trump base, you know, it's just like, they're going to get, you know, the truth is the truth. Oh my, you guys, you don't know. My favorite store is Forever 21. I'm serious. Just go online. Wendy, go to forever21.com and search Christmas. Just search Christmas, and you're gonna come up all kind Christmas or Christmas glasses. Just put Christmas, and there's gonna a lot of stuff's gonna come up, including my tree dress. This all the best glasses are from Forever 21. So, oh my God, yeah. So guys, you know. Yeah, they're the best. No. You have to go. You have to go get it. It's Wendy, and I'm sure it's on sale right now. It must be on sale. So the price was, I think, $6, okay, each, but it must be on sale, so it's cheaper. So yeah, I don't know those. It's a Good Morning America, GR. Good Morning America. Yeah, but his base, oh my God, guys, forget about his base. His base is ridiculous. There's no base. Who they're not gonna revolt. It's called, if you do something illegal, there's such thing as the FBI, and you're committing a crime. So, and remember, guys, you know how the FBI stopped these gangs, the white supremacist gangs. There's a reason, I think. It's because if those were the people who could have been in a position to do that, they're not going to do it. So, you know what I mean? I don't worry about it, actually. Like I said, worry about them going against Trump. This is the biggest worry, actually, is that they're going to go after the Republicans, the people they voted for. They're going to be furious. Okay, because the comparison that I'm thinking here. For example, it's like if you have a friend and the friend is marrying a guy that everybody knows is an asshole. Okay, and you saw the guy with a woman or whatever. You told the friend's going to be like, "Why are you telling me this? You're jealous. He's so great. You don't know him, okay? But he's a great guy." Whatever. So then the friend hates you for a while, and then eventually she's like, "You know what? Hi, I'm calling. You when you told me that, you're actually right. I'm sorry I didn't hear you then. I was so blinded by love." So it's like that. It's the friend who tells you something, and you're like, "You're so jealous of me. I know you are. He's a great guy." No. And then once the truth comes out, then they're not going to be angry at the friend. They're going to be angry at the guy. Okay, right? Think about it. When you're betrayed, you're not going to go after the people who are telling the truth. You're going to right? You're going to go after the people. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And I think it's the propaganda people that are pushing this narrative. Okay, and then when you cut the propaganda people, then it's over. What are they going to do? So. Yeah, interesting. So guys, yeah, so I wouldn't worry too much, okay? I think everybody's going down. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They feel betrayed. They're not gonna hate, they'll be like, "Oh, it's the Democrats." No, it's the truth. What are you gonna say about the truth? The truth is the truth. So thank you guys. It was nice. No, but I still have a question, guys. Just quickly. I know how I always want to hang up. I am like that on the phone. I talk to people. No, just last thing. I have one more last comment. What about that? Huh? What about? Yeah, we'll have one more topic conversation. So just quickly, I want to know. And one time I said we were going to look into this, and I didn't. So I want to know quickly about the NRA people. Are they going to go down to prison? Huh? Or I want to know about. Let's see, Oliver North. Oh, he's a nice guy, huh? Again, see you again, huh? Oh, so yeah, that's right. Today, a Yemen thing. Okay, so that's nice. So let's see. What about the Diana Loesch? I didn't really know her, but just quickly. What about this year? They're gonna go to jail. What's gonna happen? NRA people after the bombshell of Maria Butina. So guys, okay, so it shows, yeah, they're all going down, and it's funny because it showed Maria Butina as a poisonous Christmas ornament, like something dangling, and it touches you and you die. Video games like that. If the enemy thing catches you, you blow up. So the same thing. It's like anybody who got it, who have some sort of contact with her, they're gonna die, metaphorically, but they're going down. So David Keene. That guy Lapierre is totally screwed, okay, because and it's interesting. He shows that the Russians really wanted to corrupt him. So not only do they have compromise on him, but also they have it's like they did some sort of outside business deal with him. There's like these things that can be explained. So there's that, and then Oliver North is gonna be. I think they're all gonna go down, guys, because they knew what was going on. They didn't say it, and they cover it up. They lied to cover it up. That's the thing, and it's yeah, and it's gonna be. I don't know. Are they gonna exist after this? I don't even know that they're gonna have to rename. I think they're gonna have to rename it something else. Okay. And okay, Daniel Osh. What about Daniel? Yeah, she. Oh, guys. Okay, tomorrow. You know what? Tomorrow, I want to know. I want to. I need to get in touch with tomorrow with what's her name? Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Yeah, Sarah Huckabee. What's going on, huh? What's going on there? Because I saw Daniel Osh the same role as Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Nothing happened. No, 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 no. Nothing happened, huh? Oh. Oh, and did you see I'm going to remember for transparency and truth. Yeah. Whatever. So I think, guys, they're all, I mean, I don't see them because the NRA, you see how the dark propaganda they were always firing people up with like, yeah, take Second Amendment, take gun, take people, kill them, like whatever. And it's like they're over. They're all in prison. What are they gonna do? It's like they're a prison gang. They're gonna be a gang. So, uh-huh. Anyway, so sometimes I get into intense transitions. Yeah. So I want to know, is she gonna come out? I want to know. Is she gonna find girlfriend? Or does she have a girlfriend? Yeah, we should go, guys. Okay. So let's find tomorrow. Find more information about her. Does she have a girlfriend in the future? So, all right. So good night, guys. Tomorrow we must have big news always. Yeah, right. Tomorrow I think it could be a bit. If no, I think tomorrow come up even to just talk about Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Okay. All right. Good night. Have a good night. Okay. Bye.